Well, there we go, and a very good evening to you all. Hope you're all doing really well on this another Sunday lockdown live stream. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah, don't worry about the definitely don't worry about the flapping thing in the top corner. Don't worry about that at all. That yeah, ignore that completely. Yes, it certainly is live, hopefully. Lots of comments and stuff coming in down the bottom. This is really good. So hope you're all doing okay. It's been a strange time, hasn't it? Another lockdown we're going into again. But there we go. We've got the music, so that will keep us going, hopefully. I'll try and respond to any questions I see. I've put them on the side now, over there. So hopefully all the chat and stuff's coming up, and that will be on the video and stuff, because a lot of people say to me, what are you answering the questions? A lot of people can't see it after I've finished. So, but there we go. So I thought I'd share it. I'm getting there slowly. I've got the proper camera working. I still haven't sorted out that annoying flat battery problem, but there we go. I'll sort everything out eventually at some point. Things will sort everything out. Everything will be okay in the end. So there we go. Hope you're all doing okay. I am using the Vintage Sounds VST plugin this evening, purely because I've finally got it working on here, and everything seems to be working as it should. I'm only using the one computer tonight, which is amazing, rather than the two. So fingers crossed. Well, I hope you're going to enjoy yourselves. But I'm going to play this next song. This beautiful song called Theme for Young Lovers. There we go. What an absolutely beautiful, beautiful song that is. Theme for young lovers there. But hopefully everything seems to be working okay. But slightly out of sync. Oh no, don't tell me that. Not again. I thought I'd fix that. It's an entirely computer-based system I'm using tonight. It's the Vintage Sounds setup, and I'm just going to go and have a quick look and make sure I have not changed something, which I probably have, because it's supposed to be should be linking up okay by now. But oh, it's good fun, isn't it? Eh? How are you all doing anyway? Are you all okay? It's that one, isn't it? Let me just change that over to the other one, because that was the setting I messed around with just now. Let me see if that's... Hopefully that will fix it. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Oh, okay. It's not out of sync. I don't know. We'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I thought I'd use my Alan Brayson Strat tonight, because it's not been used for a very, very long time. And it's just a lovely guitar. But, you know, this guitar here is has become my number one at the moment, because I've stupidly put heavy strings on the other guitar, and I need to change them back, but I will change them back. And my two Squires really are my number ones these days. They're fantastic guitars. They really are the best. It's a pain, this, honestly, this sync problem I keep getting. So when you're using computer-based stuff with VSTs and backing tracks and everything, the guitar signal's going straight in, but then the computer's got to process it and then put it out to the internet. So it causes a bit of a delay. So you have to compensate for that by putting the backing track a bit delayed. So I'm hearing everything in real time, but the computer's sort of got to figure it all out and move everything together. So it's good fun, honestly. It's not about that anyway, is it? It's about meeting up and having a good time, isn't it? Of course. But right, let's have a quick look. What have we got? Or Neil, how many guitars have I got? At the moment, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've got about 10 to 12 at the moment. I've got 3 Burns guitars. Yeah, ignore the battery flashing thing, which is over there, because it's to do with this rubbish Amazon power supply that I bought for my camera, so completely ignore that. But yes, I've got about 12. I've got 4 Burns at the moment, I think. 4 Burns? 3 Burns. 4 Burns. Burns Dream, the Burns King Cobra, a Burns Marquee 12-string, and a Burns SSJ 12-string. I've got the Blue Brayson, I've got the Sunburst Strat, I've got the 2 Squire Strats, I've got the Gibson Les Paul, and I've got the Washburn HB35, and they're the guitars I have here. I've also got a Squire Strat, which is my first ever guitar, and I've also got a acoustic somewhere hidden. I have no idea where it actually is. So there we go. Is the 12-string harder to play? Not really, Jet, to be honest. The 12-string, especially the SSJ series, they're more recent ones. They're a bit smaller than the Marquees, and they are lovely guitars and very, very competitively priced. I think they're about £300, something like that. So yeah, I think they're amazing. And the SSJ I do need to use a bit more often. But I don't know about that, Andy, but we'll see what we can do. Let's. Someone just asked for the rise and fall of Flingle Bunt, so you'll have to bear with me on this, unfortunately, because I've got to go in and change the patch on here so that it's the correct one for the sound, and that's a bit of a problem, but that sounds about right. So let's give it a go, shall we? Here we go. Rise and fall. Let's find the backing track first. That would help, wouldn't it? Where's the backing track for that gone? Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm ever the professional here, as you can see. I will get a sort of playlist together one day, so that this is much better. But until then, here we go. Rise and fall of Flingle Bunt. go, a little bit of Rise and Fall of Flingle Bunt, or a song that could be very seriously misinterpreted if you have a few. Perfect. Excellent. Evening, Ken. Hope you're good. Oh, Time is Tight. That's a great song. Can you get back in tracks of this quality with lead, bass, and guitar? As I'm keen to learn some Shadows rhythm. Yes, you certainly can. If you go on to Leo's Den, you can get the they do You Be Hank or You Be Bruce type thing, with all the guitar, with all the parts, but without the rhythm guitar tracks. So yes, you can certainly get them. leosden.co.uk. I can't even leave a thing up at the moment, but apologies. But yeah, there we go. But excellent. I'm glad it's in sync now and it's working. It really is appreciated. Well, we've got 76 of you on at the moment. Have you got nothing else better to do with your time during lockdown? But hope you're good, Mandy. It's been a terrible time for you. Hope you're doing okay. Evening, Keith. Hope you're good. It's fantastic to see so many of you on. Yes, as I mentioned, I am using the VST Vintage Sounds plugin tonight. Yes, it is entirely computer based. So my guitar is going straight into a Focusrite 2i2 interface, and then everything on here is being done by the computer. So everything you're listening to is a VST. It's called a virtual something instruments thing, if that makes any sense. But it's basically the computer is doing the echo, it's doing the amp, it's doing everything, the compression, the reverbs, the lot. And it's a package being put together by a guy called Christian. Unfortunately, it does only work on Windows at the moment, which is a bit of a pain because I'm a Mac user as well sometimes. But in my opinion, it is wonderful, and it makes life so much easier for everything, for all of this sort of stuff with the shadows, and to try and get that vintage sound is wonderful. For a long time I've just used a generic sort of sound with a bit of echo and stuff, but so for example, this is the Savage one, and that leads me nicely on to a bit of the Savage. And have a listen. I think for me the thing that really caught me with this and this package was the end bit where you get the echo tail off, where it goes obviously a vintage me artsy back in the day, but for a computer I don't think it does too bad. So here we go, a bit of the Savage. There we have it, a bit of The Savage. Cracking tune. I always think of my good friend Mr. Stuart Watts when I play that song, as he does do it really, really well. Oh, hang on, let's go back. There we go. Rewind. Ah, yes, check the t-shirt out. My it's faded quite a lot now, but my brother bought this for me a few years ago, and it was yeah, it was a red strap at one point, but it's now not quite a red strap. But yes, Mick, certainly you can use the vintage VST through a Zoom G3, except the Zoom G3 is literally just going to act as an interface. It's not going to do anything. You're not going to get the echoes or anything at all. Everything is through a computer. So, as I mentioned, the computer is doing everything that you're hearing for all of this. Oh, do you know what, Andy? I never ever do the. I'd still want to do the proper version of the Savage. I think it was called the Witch Doctor from, of course, from the Young Ones, and yeah, I thought it was brilliant song, and the way Hank played it and everything was wonderful. But he's toned it down as he's got a bit older. So there we go. Yeah, so the computer you need, it's. Really, you do need quite a good spec computer. I mean, I'm running my processor is something like 3.2 gigahertz processor. I think it's quad core. I've got 16 gigs of RAM. But you can, if you go onto the Vintage Sounds forum, there's a full spec for what you need on there. But say this is literally a computer and an interface, and that's it. So there we go. Hope that helps. Thank you very much, Sydney. Hope you're good. Thank you, Cliff. This is a gorgeous guitar. As I mentioned, this was built for me by a guy called Alan Brayson quite a few years ago now. I think I've had it probably about 8-9 years now. Of course, is the guitar I used on Britain's Got Talent when I was on there in 2014. And yeah, it's just a great guitar. It's designed around the Hank Marvin autograph models that I really, really liked. And when I was having it built, I was going to go for a red one and everything, but I saw a lady called Matilda who lives in France, and she was a guitar player back in the day. I don't think she's very active at the moment, but I saw her guitar, and it was a similar sort of blue fade to this. And when I contacted Alan, I said I really fancy a blue burst type colour, and as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a swamp ash body. Through the white, you can actually see the grain of the body as well. So it's yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful guitar. So there we go. Have I seen the Shadows live? I did. Thankfully, I was very lucky. I never thought I was going to. Especially, obviously, they stopped performing when I was very, very young. I think 1989, 1990 was their last gig together. But I was very lucky. I saw them on a 2004 tour. I was very lucky again to see them on the 2009 Reunited tour. So I feel very, very fortunate that we've had the opportunity us younger people have had the opportunity to see them. I've seen Hank a few times. I saw him in '97 on his solo tour. I saw him in 2002 on the Guitar Player tour as well. So yes, it's feel very fortunate. But if you can't go and see the Shadows and the real thing, go and see the Rapiers if you ever get the chance, because they are as near to it as possible. They are absolutely fantastic, and I feel very, very, very fortunate to actually call some of the members of the Rapiers as friends. I've had the wonderful opportunity to have Lee Restorick Depp with my band on a couple of occasions. I've also had Nathan Hulse, the former bass player of the Rapiers, stepped with me as well a couple of times. And I do really appreciate it. They are fantastic musicians. So yes, if you ever get the chance, well worth checking out. But anyway, enough of me jabbering on, because I'm sure you're all sick of my voice. I know I certainly am. What do you think of the new camera, eh? The camera's working a little bit better. I've got some lights on. So you can see the guitar in great quality. Unfortunately, it does make my face. I can't change this. This is me. The best plastic surgeon in the world wouldn't do much for this. But here we go. A little bit of... Yeah, let's do it. This is Shindig. a little bit of Shindig. Just bear with me one moment. I'm just going to tune up because I have a feeling my G string is slightly out. Ooh, misses. So talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. Ever the professional, of course. Ah. Oh, okay. It is telling me that YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering, whatever that means. So I do apologise if that is the case. Hopefully it'll all be sorted, but there we go. Oh, it is fantastic, isn't it, David? The Shadows music is wonderful, isn't it? It's as I say, there's many bands try. You know, the nearest I've ever heard to the hits and the early sound, certainly of the Shadows, is the Rapiers, and I go on about them quite a lot. But I remember going to see them a few years ago now in Clacton, and I walked out. They were with Jimmy Germain, and I walked out at the end, and I could have quite easily just given up guitar playing. I was just blown away by them. They really are fantastic. I think I'm streaming at 1080p, Ken, as far as I know. I might be wrong. I'm using a really cheap capture card because I looked at. Apologies. I do have a habit of rabbit on. I do apologise, but I was thinking about getting a capture card from, I forget the name of the company now, but about £120, something like that. And I then read a review of this cheap one from Amazon. It was like £15, and I went with that. And this is what you're seeing. I'm using a Canon 200D, going straight into the computer again. So yeah, as I say, it's fairly. You can see the guitar well. You can see me well, which isn't necessarily a good problem. But there we go. Hi Pete, do I still use the Hall & Collins Echo? No, unfortunately not. I sold my last one a good couple of years ago now, funnily enough, to a friend of mine called Christian Oins, who, if you haven't checked him out, please do. A wonderful guitar player. To be honest, I've been using the Zoom G3X with the Hall's Echo patches for the last 3 years, borrowed from a friend and haven't given it back yet, because it just works so well. It does everything. It's got a volume pedal, it's got a tuner, and the price is really reasonable as well. I think they're about £100, something like that. Yeah, I personally, the Zoom G3 is not quite as good as the Hall & Collins for echoes, but for options and variety and everything, especially when you're playing with a band, you've got everything else. To have a dedicated echo unit is a bit of a problem when you're doing a lot more of, you're doing a lot of gigs with different sorts of music and stuff like that. So I hope that answers your question. Someone's just asked for Wonderful Land, so I'm so glad you have, because again, I love this song. My dear old dad's favourite, God bless him. Here we go, a bit of Wonderful Land, if I can find it. Let's just make sure it's on the right patch, which it is, and wonderful, wonderful land, and what a wonderful, wonderful song Wonderful, Wonderful Land is. But there we go. Marty, I wish he was. Santa, I've told Santa to send me a couple of PRSs, because I do need a PRS in my life. As nice as the Gibson Les Paul is, I do need another PRS. They're wonderful, wonderful guitars. But there we go. Right, let's do this next song. I mentioned this the other day. When I first tried this Vintage Sounds VST plugin, it was this song actually that really sort of, I was just blown away by how good it sounded, and how close to the original record I thought it was. So I thought I think I'll do this one for you now. This is a bit of Atlantis. Fabulous bit of Atlantis. 1963, I think that was, so I'm told. I wasn't there, of course, but despite my age. What is my favourite song? That's a good question. What is my favourite song? My favourite Shadows song is probably Wonderful Land, if I'm totally honest. But of course, Apache and stuff like that, you know, they're fantastic songs, aren't they? So many of them, such memorable pieces of music. But, there we go. Yes, so completely ignore the battery low thing. It's a rubbish thing that I bought online for powering my camera, and it just, yeah, it's there. It goes through it, but it's there. Bias effects or VST host. I've used VST, Vintage Sounds VST quite a lot recently, and yeah, for me it's brilliant. Bias effects is great for generic shadow stuff, and you know everything else. You know, if you want to do some Van Halen or stuff like that, it's wonderful. But the VST host, in my opinion, gets the lot of the sounds really nailed. And so this guitar has just got gauge 10s on, 10 to 46 songs. They're a lot thinner than I've got 11s on the red one. So there we go. As I say, trouble, it needs to be quite good spec laptop, unfortunately. A laptop is quite difficult because I'm just going to swap over. Bear with me one moment. Just to try and show you guys what the differences is. So hopefully you can hear me all okay. Hopefully the sound's not gone. But let's give that a try. So there we go. I'd love to, Ray. I'd love to get Dave to come and do some live stuff, but unfortunately with COVID and stuff, it's impossible at the moment. But certainly one day it'd be great. There we go. I'm sure if Hank ever watched us on YouTube, I think he'd cry that we're destroying his legacy so much. But no, it's just wonderful, isn't it? Right, I'm going to try and do. Yeah, I'm going to try and do Apache, and I'm going to try and do it with the original backing track that someone recently sent to me, which you know, works really, really well for this sort of setup where we're trying to get that sound as close to the original as possible. Now, is it this one? I think it's this one. So let's give it a go. This is the song that starts us all off, of course. something like that. Anyway, as I mentioned, it's it's amazing, isn't it? So the apologies for that. I forgot to turn the guitar back up from when I changed guitar over. But yes, it's amazing. I must mention this. So on Apache, I think it's quite obvious, and to me anyway, that quite clear that when you do play Apache, if you play it there, sort of you pick over the neck pickup, which is where Hank and many people play it now, you get a sort of a bit more of a mellow tone, so you get that. But if you play it slightly behind, just in front of the middle pickup, if that makes sense, you get that. There's a very different tone depending on where you pick. And when you watch the video of Apache from 1960, you can actually see where, you know, Hank's actually playing. He had a shorter tremor arm back then, and I think that's also a part of the sound. But there we go. I hope that helps anyone who's messing around and trying to play with the sounds and stuff like that. But right, let's do, because we haven't done one yet, let's do a Christmas song. But I am just going to bear with me, because I'm just going to change to a more modern Hank type sound. This covers a lot of different patches. There's different banks of patches and stuff. This is the early stuff, and then you've got another one which does the later stuff, which is a lot more mellow. It's not as bright. Let's just make sure. What's this one like? So you hear how different the sound is there, if that makes sense. Right. Have I got it? Have I got the backing track for it? Let's go for it. Shakin' Stevens. Merry Christmas, everyone. Where is it? I keep pressing the M key. Talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. I can't press the M key, otherwise it cuts you off, because it's mute. And mute in Merry Christmas. Oh dearie me. Fun times, isn't it? Honest. I'll tell you what, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this one. Because I did this in my recent YouTube video. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. I love doing this one. This was a bit of "O Come All Ye Faithful" from Martin Cilia. bit of festivity songs. Not quite the same sound that I did when I recorded it, but never mind. There we go. There we go. Oh dear, so many questions. You're all too kind. Thank you very much. It's wonderful, good fun, isn't it? Have I ever used Kinman pickups, Paul? No, once, I think, a long time ago. I used them, and they were on a Mexican Strat that I had, and I found them actually very good. But they were quite. I didn't have them for too long, if that makes sense. They were great pickups. I don't remember anything particularly horrible about them, etc. I just, most of my guitars have their original pickups in, so there we go. I hope that answers your question. Ray, why do I mute my mic when playing? There's a very good reason for that, because if I was to play, you'll hear everything, you'll hear me breathing and stuff, and it just gives a cleaner signal, in my opinion. So I tend to just mute the mic. It just makes life a lot easier, doesn't it, really? But there we go. As I mentioned previously, or many times before, there is a little link down below to a PayPal donation. You don't have to donate, but if you can, it would be appreciated. It all goes towards St Francis Hospice, who mean a hell of a lot to me. They looked after my dear old dad in his very last days, so they do mean a hell of a lot to me, and anything you can spare would be really There we go. Dedicated to my dear old dad. God bless him. That's oh, Power of Love in the Bleak Midwinter. You're throwing a lot of songs at me I haven't played for a long, long time. Oh, Voice in the Wilderness. Beautiful song. Evening, Tracy. Hope you're good. Oh, so many questions. Darren, did my dad... No, unfortunately, my dad didn't have a musical bone in his body, God bless him. If you ever saw him dance, you'd have understood. No, he's he didn't play a single instrument, but he was a very big Cliff Richard fan and Shadows fan. He grew up. He was born in '44, so obviously that was right in the peak of. He'd have been 16 in 1916 when the Shadows first came out, and yeah, it was just, you know, he really got me into it from there, really. But there we go. Right, let's see if I can find... Someone's asked this a couple of times, but I can't remember if I can find the back-end track. Unfortunately, I'm quite limited with what I can do tonight, because a lot of the stuff I can't find the back-end tracks for. Not that one, it's there. Got to remember where it starts. We'll give it a go anyway, bugger it. Here we go, a bit of the young ones, and I make no apologies for a bum note. a bit of the young ones there. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. Did I say it's fabulous enough? There we go. Let's have a look at some of the comments. We missed loads of them. Let's have a quick look. Oh dear. Bright eyes, absolutely. I reckon I can do that for you. Yes, there were Labrador. There were a few different. There was gold, silver, and blue, and red. I think gold was more of a generic sound, and red was sort of a rockier sound. Blues was a blues type sound. I've never tried lace sensors. I really should. But they were a bit of a thing back in the 90s, but they sort of dropped off a little bit, haven't they? But there we go. Right. Let's have a look. What have I actually got on this PC? Yeah, someone just asked for this, so let's do it. If I can find it, I'll play it. I'm sure it's on here somewhere. Is it that one? Let's make sure the sound's right for it. That'll do. Let's go on with that. Now that is cheating. I don't know why it's done that. It's given me the wrong version of Bright Eyes. It's given me the one with the actual Ian, whoever it was, Ian Cutchin, I can't remember now. Now try again. Don't want to be accused of miming now, do I? Beautiful, fabulous, fabulous song. Bit of Bright Eyes there. It's oh, I've got so many of you on at the moment. It's wonderful. I don't know, how is Cos? I have no idea. I saw he was having some treatment very recently, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard how he is recently. So, oh, apologies. I'm catching up on so many comments here. It's fabulous. Thank you so much for interacting the way you all do. It really is. It would be very boring if I was just sitting here all night playing guitar. But Darren, this is a classic vibe 50s Strat, 2010, crafted in China. Completely standard guitar other than the Perloid pickguard, and it's absolutely wonderful. Strung with gauge 11 to 49 Didario strings, and that's it. That's literally it straight out the box. This is all going through the VST plugins, and yeah, that's about it really. It's good fun, isn't it? I haven't played this for a long time, but hope you're all doing okay anyway. Right, I'm going to play. What am I going to play? Yeah, let's go back to a bit of the early stuff for a little while, because I like the early stuff, especially now I've got this patch program. The early stuff is fantastic. It's I tend to use a generic for a long time now. I've been using the Zoom, and that does the echo patches great, but you know, with the amp modelling and stuff, it's I've often just stuck with one amp sound and that's it, and played with it throughout. So but let's go back to the early stuff. Do this one if I can remember it, hopefully. Let's do this one. This is a bit of Peace Pipe. Or it will be when my computer decides to stop telling me what to do and do what I tell it to do. There we go. Bit of Peace Pipe. Peace Pipe. Oh, Quartermaster Stores. Fabulous, fabulous song. It's, right, I'm going to do a couple more, I think, and then I will bid you all a very good night. But there's still a couple more to go yet, so don't disappear just yet. Oh, got lots of questions. Are you using studio monitors on your PC? No, I am not, Trouble. No, I'm literally using a pair of nasty headphones from Apple. Came with my iPhone, and that's about it, really. Or questions. When you was learning the guitar, did you find it hard to play? A little bit, I suppose. I've been playing a long time now. I mean, I first started playing probably in about 1997. Funnily enough, when I went to see Hank play. I think it was I saw the Rapiers the first. They inspired me, and then I went to see Hank, and from then on. So I suppose probably in the early days I found it hard, and I still find hard. My picking hand isn't quite as quick as it could be. So for things like in Saturday Night at the Duck Pond, there's a section that goes, and I can't pick it quick enough. So I still have a problem with that, but we've all got our weaknesses and strengths, I suppose, haven't we? But there we go. Thank you very much, Steve. Do I play mainly from memory? All the Shadow songs I play from memory. Most of the time, when I'm doing the YouTube videos and stuff, sometimes I use the tabs because it enables me to record them quicker. If I was to actually learn the song to record it, it would probably take me a little bit longer. So yeah, a lot of the time I tend to just use the tabs and stuff for that. But there we go. The muted section. The key with doing the muted part on Peace Pipe is you actually need to put your hand over the string, but be careful not to make it too dead, because otherwise you end up with that clicky sortness. You've got to sort of just put enough pressure on it so you get so that the note rings out as such, not rings out, but the note is still there and not completely dead. So I hope that helps. Anyway, where were we? Let's do this one. Bit of Kon-Tiki. There we go, a bit of Kon-Tiki there, and moving swiftly on, I'm going to change the patch for this one and go to this. I'm not sure if my good friend Mr. Lovelock and his lovely wife Tracy are still watching, but if they are, this is a bit of Lauren's favourite, Foot Tapper. There we go, fabulous bit of foot tapper. Oh, you've got it playing through Alexa, have you? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you're all too kind. Thank you very much. It's good fun, isn't it? Oh, a bit of dance on, Keith. I'm not sure what the VST plugin patch is like for dance on. Is there one way to find out? Where's it gone? There it is. Let's try it. Let's give it a go. That was, of course, God, I can't remember. That was Foot Tapper, that last one. It's, there we go. And now I'm going to play Dance On, hopefully. Let's just mute the mic again. we go, dance on, or dance on, or sitting down, as I think Hank referred to it in the final tour. Or was it the final tour? Can't remember now. Oh, so many questions. Colin, any chance you can see my effects units? You can't, unfortunately, because I'm not using any. I'm literally using a computer plugin, Vintage Sounds VST, which if you Google Vintage Sounds VST, there's a forum that you can go to, and that will bring up all of the details. You join the forum, introduce yourself. There's a form that's to fill in to make sure your computer's compatible. It does only work on Windows, unfortunately. But yes, everything you're hearing tonight from this guitar and that guitar are entirely computer plugins. There's nothing else going on, and it's so easy. You literally just go into the settings, select your patch that you want, and that's it. You play basically. Right, I'm going to play this one now, and always dedicate this one to the B4 family. Sadly, they lost a relative very, very recently this year, unfortunately, and this song I believe was played at the funeral, and it's a lovely song called Midnight, and being as it's 9:30 and I'm getting old, it seems perfect. So here we go, a bit of Midnight. Bit of Midnight, and apologies for the little slip of the intro. That's a song called 1:10. It's, right, I've had a few requests for this one tonight, and I normally play this for our dear friend Cosy, and I don't think he's watching tonight, which is a real shame, but sending prayers and best wishes to Cosy anyway, because I know he's going through a really tough time at the moment, so there we go. Oh, there's so many questions. Oh. It's interesting you say that, Graham, because say a lot of the sounds on this are designed to the records. If you ever get a chance to listen to the original recordings, the Zoom certainly does a really good job, and Hank's sound got a lot more mellow and very different as the later times. What pickup was Midnight on? That was on the bridge pickup. which is not the right setting now because I'm on a different one. But there we go. I'm going to dedicate this one to my good friend Cosy, and hope he's doing okay from all his treatment and everything that's going on at the moment. But this is a beautiful song again called Cosy. hope you enjoyed that. That was a very cosy number, wasn't it? Yeah, you see what I did there. Yeah, I've got a million of them, honest. Oh, I've played Peace Pipe, unfortunately, Colin, and I've played young ones already as well, I'm afraid. But I've played a lot of them tonight. It's good fun. I'm using 11 to 49 Diodario strings on this guitar. So I hope that answers your question. On the blue one, I use 10 to 46. So a bit of everything. But, right. We're coming towards that time, unfortunately, now, which... but I have still got a couple more to play for you. Just got to make sure I've got the right... that'll be fine. We'll run with that. Is that the backing track? I think that's the backing track. I think you know what's coming up. Bit of Telstar. Fantastic, fantastic song. Completely wrong guitar sound because I didn't change the patch. But never mind, who cares? It's all good fun, isn't it? Right, let's do another song. Oh, it's so many songs, so many questions. Oh, there's so many great. I've already done Theme for Young Lovers, unfortunately. Sorry about that, Anne. What VST plugins am I using? I'm using the Vintage Sounds VST, and if you Google Vintage Sounds VST, that all comes up, and you'll find a forum, and there's loads of information about it. They can be used live with a computer and an interface, which is literally what I'm doing here, except the sound is going out via the internet, whereas the sound would come out of the back of the interface instead of my headphones, and would either go into a amplifier, preferably a PA or something like that. So I hope that helps. Oh, Ronnie, I've already played Apache, I'm afraid. That came very, very early on in the set. So I am sorry, but I am going to do this one because I know a lot of you like this one. Just as soon as I find the backing track. Where's the backing track on? I thought it was in that one. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. As always, ever the professional. There it is. This is Sunday Night at the Reynolds household, or alternatively known as Saturday Night at the Duck Pond. Lovely. I love playing that song. There we go. Right. Oh, so many questions. No, Stephen, unfortunately I'm not using the Hall & Collins anymore. This is entirely, as I mentioned, going through a computer, audio interface. That's it. Everything's through there. And it is called, that song's called Saturday Night at the Duck Pond. We changed it to Sunday Night at the Reynolds household because it's became a very big favourite of your. I always thought the Rapiers did it originally because if you ever get a chance, Again, I've said it many times, check out the Rapiers playing Saturday night at the Duck Pond. It is brilliant with all the steps and everything. It's where they get the energy from, I have no idea. I certainly wouldn't be able to do it myself. But anyway, I think unfortunately we've come to that time of the evening now, unfortunately. But I think it's only fair we do have a Christmas song to finish the night. So if I can remember to play it, this is Shakin' Stevens. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh dear, the things we do. It's good fun, isn't it? Oh, wonderful, wonderful times. It's wonderful. Yes, the reindeer costume, or the white reindeer hoodie that I wore last time. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed tonight, I really do. It's been an absolute privilege. As I mentioned, there is a link down below to PayPal if you'd love to make a donation to St Francis Hospice. It would be really appreciated. No pressure, but anything you can give would be really appreciated, especially during these hard times that they're all going through at the moment. This is going to be the last... no, we'll do another one next Sunday, but this is certainly the last one before Christmas. So I'd just like to take this moment to thank you all for tuning in every week. It really is appreciated. As I say, this would be very, very boring if it was just me sitting here on my own. It really would be very dull and boring, but I'd just be sitting here playing along to myself, and it would get very, very strange. But no, it really is appreciated, and we've done, I can't even remember how many live streams I've done this year with lockdown and various other things. There's been nothing else to do, so this has become my gig pretty much every week. But I'm so glad you all tune in. It really is appreciated. The last thing for me to do is to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. It's going to be very strange this year, but take care. It's very rough sitting at the moment with everything going on. Fingers crossed, New Year, things will look a lot better, and we can power on into the new year and get out and do some gigs again, and have some fun again. Live music is where it's at, isn't it, after all? If you don't already follow me on Facebook, please do. Steve Reynolds Guitarist, link up there, I think. No? That way. If you don't follow my band, the Wannabe Shadows, please do check them out as well. They're on Facebook. And also the Gold Shadows I will be appearing with next year with Cliff As If. And we're going to be playing some theatres and stuff throughout the UK. And yes, it really has been an absolute pleasure, privilege. But I'm going to end tonight with a song that I haven't done for a little while now, but I should do it again. My Dear Old Dad, one last time. Just as soon as I find it. I think it's that one. So, good night, God bless, take care, and Merry, Merry Christmas to you and your families. Thank you very much all. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you all very soon. 8 o'clock next Sunday night for the last one of 2020. So see you there. Good night. Take care. Oh, go on then. One more, if you insist. Should do FBI really, shouldn't I? It's only tradition. Here we go. There we go. Right, that definitely is the end. So, good night. God bless. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye for now. Merry Christmas.